Yes. We tapping in. We tapping in. What's up? What's up? Everybody out there. Woo! And you are now tuned in to that SR broadcast. You know, honestly, this industry had a calling, had a large calling, you know. We need a place for the super righteous to come, for the righteous artists out there worldwide to be heard. Your boy David Pistols in the mix. You know what time it is? Yeah, yeah. Come on, come on. Everybody out there. Worldwide. Get that motherfucker out of here. Get that. Take that. Yeah. No. You know what time it is? Shouts out to everybody out there. This is SR Broadcast Live, coming at you live and direct. You know what time it is? Colorado, stand up. Mile High City, tonight we are coming at you. We got Dr. DB KUSH in the house. True Life. Oh, yes, give it up for Colorado's very own, the pioneer, the one who built these industries and built this paved, this wall, this everything. He's built everything, man. He's paved the way, these walls, everything, the roof, the house. He's ready. Get ready, everybody, for greatness. Dr. DB KUSH in the house. Got me so lost for words right now, man. We just sitting over here ready for excellence. What's everybody getting into tonight? What's everybody getting into tonight? You know what it is. Shouts out to you, Diego. I see you, Diego. Where's Diego? What's up, what's up, what's up? Maniacs in the house, you know what it is. Maniacos in the house, baby. What's up, little loco? We see you, Diego. We see you. Where is Diego? Where's Diego? You know what time it is, baby. Ooh, ooh. Let's get it going. If you are a beat maker, if you got instrumentals today, tap in with SR Broadcast today. Tap in with your boy David Pistols today. We are playing background instrumentals only, unreleased, uncut, exclusives only. Let's go ahead and tap in with your boy right now, because I'm telling y'all out there, this is the channel, this is the hour, this is the one, this is that place that you want to be. SR Broadcast in the house, baby. This is the place for the super righteous to show up and be righteous, to show out, to put it down, show their fans, to show everybody out there in the world, worldwide, who they are and what they are made of. This is the platform for you right here. I am your host, David Pistols. You know what time it is. We about to have fun, for real. Stay steady, tuned in. How? Ooh, what y'all know about that Gorilla Glue? I mean, what y'all know about that Gorilla Glue? Oh, that motherfucker over there. Yep, yep. Come on, come on, come on. Yes. You know what time it is? January 8th. We in the building. We right here, SR Broadcast in the mix, baby. You know what time it is? 9 p.m. Mountain Time. My High City, stand up. Everybody out there in Colorado, tune in, tap in. California, tune in, tap in. Texas, tune in, tap in. You know what time it is? Tennessee, Florida, everywhere. Come on, worldwide, baby. Atlanta, stand up. Let's get it going. Shouts out to you. We see you, New York. What's up, Sonny? What's up? Shouts out to the 915. Chuco Town legend, baby. Chuco Town legend. Some of the hottest honeys come from Chuco Town. El Paso does not play. Shouts out to Texas. You know what time it is? Your boy David Pistols can't go back to Texas, though. There he goes. There he goes. The man of the hour, Dr. DB KUSH. Ladies and gentlemen, let's go ahead and bring him out. Let's do this right now. This is going to be a great interview out there. Everybody out there, SR Broadcast in the building. I am your host, David Pistols. We are tapped in right now. Let's go ahead and give a good shout out right now. Everybody out there, Dr. DB KUSH.
What's up, y'all? What's up?
It's my pleasure, man. It's my pleasure, brother. I've been seeing you for years in the industry out here in Colorado. I've seen I've literally seen you not stopping. There has not been one stop. You know, it's been like a bulldozer just consistently pushing forward. You're coming out with new stuff every day, whether it be clothing line, whether it be graphic designs, whether it be videos, new EPs, new albums. It's like, man, from my recollection, you have always been in the mix doing your part for this industry out here.
I try to. I try to. Yes, indeed.
So, like, can we go ahead and get some game from you right now? You know, everybody out there, I want to give a shout out to California, Texas. I want to give a shout out to Minneapolis. Everybody out there tuning in, watching from wherever they're watching right now. Man, this is your chance to get a good inside look into the industry of Colorado. If you've ever been curious and you're like, man, I want to travel out there, but I don't want to just hit the snow. I don't want to just hit the mountains. Definitely this is the gentleman that can break down the culture of the city for you. He could definitely break down hip hop at its finest for you out here. He is a pioneer. And if you're looking to work out here and you're looking to explore, this is the opportunity right now to tap in. This is Colorado live in the flesh. Definitely, I'm gonna go ahead and pass the mic to you, brother. I'm gonna just let you take it from there.
All right, hey, what's up? What's up, y'all, man? This is Dr. Kush. Young Pistols. Also, I know I've been, from knowing Annex for such a long time. I felt like we've already met, even though this is the first time I'm actually talking to you. You know what I'm saying? Because
Good to meet
I've
you.
listened to a lot of your music. I've seen your grind, which is dope. Like a lot of people, if they don't know, your host is a grinder himself. He got a movement like bigger than most people that's out here. They call the guys. And like, when you're in your city, it's all about being consistent and always putting something out because you don't know what's gonna be the one. But if you don't put nothing out, you can never find out which one is the one. You know what I mean? So I try myself to consistently put music out every year and consistently put music out through the year, which this year I'm embarking on some crazy shit because I'm doing something I've never done in my career, which is singing. Cause I ain't no singer, but I guess I am now.
Hey. If you can serenade them, and I'm pretty sure, because I've heard you harmonize in some of your music, correct?
Yes.
So definitely, I'm going to tell you, I often just hearing the harmonizations that I've heard, man, I can't wait to hear it. I cannot wait to hear it.
Oh
I
yeah,
feel like a lot of,
we starting the year off right.
I feel
Kush up
like
under
a,
the covers.
I feel like a lot of the artists in Colorado, they're really afraid to explore. They're really afraid to really they care too much about what the next person has to say
Right,
about their
right.
music. And in our reality, it's like we have to venture off, we have to voyage off, and we have to find these new rhythms and these new patterns because I guarantee you, once your singing album drops or whatever, like the EP or however you're going about it, I'm pretty sure it's going to be so amazing. But it's like it's going to be directed at a different door than many
No,
have even thought
totally
was an
different.
option. And I feel like that's where the bag is really at. And I just want you to maybe help me express it to the youth, man. Like they
I
don't
mean,
want to
like for
wait
one,
around.
they can't be scared to not be comfortable. You have to be being uncomfortable is okay. Like if you do everything that's comfortable, if all you do is things that's comfortable, you're not pushing yourself. You got that code too, huh? I got it
No,
too.
no. Definitely. It's that Colorado Kush.
Well, yeah, I was over here puffing on the side too, so I feel you.
Yeah, no, I feel
But
that.
no,
I
what I'm
feel
saying
that.
is that people in Colorado, we have a big thing where people are used to being comfortable. And when you get uncomfortable, then you find out the people that's quitting, you find out the people that don't keep going because they don't feel like they're in their comfortability. Like if I'm not doing gangster rap, then I can't rap no more. Or if I'm not, they feel like they got themselves in a genre. Like I try
Yeah.
to tell people, I'm not a rapper, I'm an entertainer. I do a lot of things. So being an entertainer, I recognize that I have the ability to stretch out and do something different. And therefore, if I don't push myself, I'll never find out. And as a person, as you can tell, I'm a bit older. So I feel like when you stop learning, you start dying. So I try to continuously every day learn something new.
I don't know though, but I know like maybe in different cultures and different places in the world and different environments, man. I know that they would consider 28 old, but over here in America, man, I got to tell you, 28 isn't old, brother.
Hey,
You know,
like I tell
you
people,
look
I'm like,
you look 28 years old, brother. What you talking about? You're not old.
I'll take that one. I'll take that. But like in the big picture, I try to tell people, I'm like, being an MC, hip hop is the only genre they put an age group on. When you listen to country music, they don't give a damn how old you are. When you listen to R&B, they don't give a damn how old you are and you putting out music. But when you're a hip hopper, they want to give you an age group. And I'm saying, if I'm still talented enough to spit bars and I'm staying
Yeah.
relevant, I don't got no age limit. I'm gonna keep making music till I can.
You know that to be honest with you, I have heard a lot about you, and I feel like I have met you too. That's the most insanest thing is now that you say that, I'm like, I'm sitting over here and I'm like, I haven't met you. Like I thought I met you. I swear, but it's because I got to hear a little bit of your catalog. But I only got to hear what I could hear from them at the time, you know, and that was through an old management that I had, and I was through Annex. You see what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
definitely, what it was is I was able to hear a little bit there, but I had to go ahead and refresh myself. I had to go and look you up. I had to go listen to you. I had to go check you out, and I got to tell you,
Okay.
man, you can spit those bars. You
Well,
can.
thank
I'm
you
like,
very
I
much.
was listening. I was like, wait a minute. This guy's me hypey. This guy's me hyped up. I feel like, yeah, this is kind of if you ask me, and correct me if I'm wrong, but it's kind of like a lost craft in Colorado. You know, it's a lost craft in the hip hop industry,
Yeah.
is because everybody's on the emo culture right now. Let's just be
Right.
honest. Everybody is like, oh, I want to die, my dog. You know, like it's like, you know, like really on that. And that might be in right now, but it's like that style that you pertain to, that is that real hip hop industry stuff.
I like to
I
bring
mean,
energy. Energy is
yeah,
important. You know what I mean? Like if you don't feel it, who else is gonna feel it?
I
You
know,
know? And I mean,
I
like
know.
I come from, my first trip to the studio, a real studio, was 1990. You know, so I've been around here for a bit of years, from when it was $150 an hour to where I look across my room and the studio's in my room. You know, it's the it's the difference of night and day for me. You know what I'm saying? Like
No,
I didn't
I
have the
understand
ability
that.
to
I get
record
it.
like I could do. It was that $150 an hour, and you had to get out there on the grind. So you had that $150 an hour to get these projects done.
You know, honestly, I gotta say it. It's like I know, and a lot of us, only a certain few know, but they know how much money has been put on the table. They know how much has been
Man,
spent in this. And let's
a
just be
lot.
honest. If you're saying that you've been doing this since the 90s, and I've been doing this since the late 2000s, you see what I'm saying? Like
Yeah,
2010 type, you know? And it's like, man, uh, I've already put thousands and hundreds of thousands of dollars into my career, into everything.
man.
So I could only imagine, sir, and I got to give you your flowers on this one. You got to accept them too, brother. Like it's a big shout out to you, Dr. DB, because what it is I'm not a stupid man. $150 an hour back then, and you were still hungry. That's in your prime. That's like when
Yeah.
you were really hungry, like, man, I want a steak. Like, fuck that. You were out there getting the whole lion. You're like, I'm gonna hunt a lion right now. And it's like
Oh,
the
there
amount
is.
of hours and time that it took out of your life and sacrificing everything, man. It's like I gotta say, like you've at least topped me by 10 on that. So if I spent hundreds of thousands, right, my brother, I think it's safe to say that you probably spent millions on your career. And
I'm pretty sure it's pretty close. I mean, I can tell you, like,
To
I
all
mean,
you
like,
artists out there, this is why the older generation, that's why we take it a little bit more serious because like, you know, you guys are just starting off and you guys are out there and you guys are barely stepping into the industry now. It's like don't abuse it. Don't abuse it because right now you could definitely not have to suffer like we have. You know, like
but
take care of your career.
and I don't think they. I mean, they have to understand like you got plugins and you got all these great programs now that you can actually facilitate and learn at home. You know, when it started, you had to buy the actual modules. You was buying the actual. You didn't have plugins and stuff like that. You had the actual stuff for them to be able to do it. They was running the reel to reel. You know what I'm saying? And you can that tape costs money. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like younger artists right now don't realize where hip hop has really came from, and to stay in the business that long, and you have to be dedicated. You have to love it because there's no way you put that much into it and walk away. At least I don't feel that way. Like I feel like I was so far in that I want to keep grinding. And I mean, in the back end, in my later years in life, I've been blessed enough to tour for money now. I've been blessed enough to be on MTV True Life and where it demands a bag for the people to send me out. It didn't start that way. You know, most people, when I started making decent money from hip hop, most people had already been quitting. You know, so if I had quit, I would have never found the blessings.
Yeah. It's just about enduring, pushing forward and you know, like it might not be that pop right then and there, but it's gonna be a pop sooner or later. You know, I know for a fact that I had a chance to sit down with Annex before and I chopped it up with him and he was talking to me and he really intrigued me. And he really intrigued me. He told me about how you went out and performed and you did the like, you know, you made it into like a game and you went out there with the shots and like, you know, it's like, wait a minute, wait a minute. That's what we're missing out here in Colorado is entertainment. Like whatever
Yeah, I try to
happened
do
to
something.
entertainment aspects, like
I try
that
to do
is
something
just
at every
amazing.
show. Like if it's a weed show and I'm at a place where I know we can smoke, then I'm gonna have nurses. And I'm gonna be dabbing and blowing, and throwing blunts in the room, and I'm gonna have everybody involved in the party. You know what I'm saying? I'm from the bar where it's drinks, then I'm gonna do something involved with drinking because I want people to be part of the show. I don't want them to just look at the show. I want them to feel engaged. And I feel like a lot of our artists in our city are just those old school. I just want to grab my dick, stand in one place, and I just feel like that is an injustice to good music because good music is a vibe. And if you're vibing to your good music, you want to exude that vibe to your fans or to new fans that never saw you. But if I'm standing up there like this, that's how they're looking at me. But if I'm up there and I'm going in, they're going to start going in with me. I got to give them what I expect them to give me back.
Amazing,
So I try
amazing.
to come up with creative ways to always go into a place and figure out a way to reach them. And part of that was like the night out in Johnstown when we went and we came up with 25 shots on the platter, but 4 shots was water. So either you got a drink or you didn't. But 21 people got a drink, 4 people got water. But I had 25 of them people engaged and everybody trying to get up there to get one of those shots.
Yeah. And that's how you do it. It's like uh I wish the creativity level would expand out here way more because you got to be creative. You got to do things like that in that dominant nature. And that's how you sell tickets. That's how you literally sell merchandise. That's how you meet engagement. That's how you like even just one person out of those 25 people, one person out of them, let's say only one of them engages
That's
with you
exactly it.
about uh facilitating money with each other. You see what I'm saying? It's like, wait a minute. It's like that one could come at you and be like, you know what, I just got a settlement or I got this or that, or you know, my dog, I put life insurance on my dog and it died. So I got a big old check coming. Like they might be like, I believe in you so much. and be like, here goes 10,000 for your career. I've seen it happen. I've seen
Oh
people
man,
invest and stuff. So it's like for people to try to lack creativity and entertainment, it's like, man, you gotta just fight for it. You gotta go out there and explore. You're gonna look silly. You might look a little funny sometimes, but it don't matter. Like, have fun. It's the key
well,
of
you
it
got to
all.
go
Just
places
go
that
out
nobody.
there.
People here are comfortable. They do shows where their friends are at or their families at. You have to go to other parts of the state and get known. Like you got to go to the Johnstowns. You got to go to the Greeleys. You got to go to the Pablos. If you're not going to none of them, then you just don't hear. And that right there is not going to start building a base. It's going to be cool, but it ain't great. And
Yeah.
like from Hilltop Click all the way to me going solo, the one thing that I embodied was like I give you an example. When we was the Click and we started dropping our albums under the Click in the early 2000s, well, 1999 through like 2005, and we toured a lot of the South and the West. But the way we toured was we literally, we literally would have each of our people in the group call their younger family members around wherever they was, because you know what, no internet, we didn't have no email. This is you calling your cousin on the phone and seeing who was involved in music, who knew a promoter, how can we book, and then if they didn't have nobody, we picked the best cities and we would call them faith missions. And we gather up enough money to get out there, meet some people, and then within a couple months, we're back out there performing. And we started getting Houston, Dallas, Austin, San Antonio, Oklahoma, Iowa, Vegas. They started Arizona. They started coming because we just used the people in our family. And we just reached out like that because I didn't have the internet like we have now where we can just jump on and, hey, cousin, and you're talking to whoever in all over the country, you know what I mean? So we created our own avenue. And by creating that and doing enough of those beach parties, we started getting money back then. So when people in Colorado wasn't making money, I was getting 1,500 to 2,500 a show to go to these college towns.
Yeah, no, that is that's insanity right there. That is see a lot of yeah, no, definitely. And what was uh what was your favorite college town?
Ironic. The favorite for me was Des Moines, Iowa, Drake
Okay.
University. We
Drake
would
and
get booked every year for Drake relays. So it'd be like 6 or 8 colleges from the region all meeting there for a big track meet. And the fraternities and the sororities would throw parties at their frat house, and then they book a big ass club and throw it. And we rocked both of those clubs. Did that for like 4 or 5 years, and I mean they treated you really well. Like doing their concierge service for the artists above and beyond. They made sure you was super comfortable. They paid really well. They had good hotels booked for you. By far, I'd say Drake Relays. And then,
all you artists out there, listen, pay attention because this man is kicking game right now. If you just listen to that algorithm, you listen to it, you can suck up some game right now. Everybody out there, pay attention. Tap in right now. Shouts out to Dr. DB Kush. This is SR Broadcasting the Mix. I am your host, David Pistols. You know, we're right here. We're coming for greatness. Shouts out to Pothead Productions, Spilled Records, Cali Hood Media. You know what's up. I see you, Frank. You shining over there. You shining, Frank. What's up? What's up? Everybody out there blowing up the comment bars right now. Keep it going. Keep it going. We're going to be
shout out
choosing
to everybody
one
in the comment
of
bar.
you lucky commenters for that David Pistols package. Get ready. It's happening. It's going to happen. We are choosing one of you. So blow that comment bar up, everybody. Let me know what you are, who you are, and where you're on. What's up?
And you know what's dope? I like what you're doing too. What you just did, you gave me a great idea as you was talking. I like to definitely come back, like probably March, right before the 420. Cause I'm gonna
Yes.
drop a 420 album too. Like I'm
Oh,
dropping
yes.
this Covers album the end of this month, but I'm gonna drop a whole another album for 420. And I want to do something with you, like set up something we can give a trip away.
Yeah, no, no, definitely. Let's go ahead and do that. And what we'll
You know what
do
I'm saying?
is
So we give somebody a trip where they can take them and their significant other to like 40 something different destinations, and I'll even pay the taxes. So all they have to do is call up and book their stuff.
Okay, that is amazing. That's something that everybody out there, let's tap in. Dr. DB Kush, get ready for it. He's going to be dropping that chronic smoke, that bomb doja, that bomb 420 music coming out there. You know, get ready, April. Get ready, April. And that's one of
Yeah.
Colorado's biggest holidays. That's one of the biggest holidays. See, everybody, they go through and they get Easter and it's done. They get Easter and it's done. Man, we get
Well, you know,
Easter
this
and
year,
we get 420.
well, you know, Easter's on 420 this year.
Oh, it is.
Yes, it is.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes. You know what time it is. Honestly, everybody out there, you know, this is what you got to be creative as. You got to be creative. Man, I'm going to go downtown 420 in an Easter bunny outfit and watch. I'm going to have all the honeys. Y'all got to watch out. For
Oh,
real.
that's gonna
I'm
be
telling you,
hilarious.
it's fun out there in Denver. Tune in.
And part of that is gonna be because you know I've done radio and we've done Roku TV under Blunt TV for a very long time. Well, you know, your crowd is gonna be the first crowd to hear that Blunt TV on Roku will be back by
I,
April.
I'm excited about
So,
that.
so we're gonna be back bringing Weed TV, and we're gonna be giving out a whole bunch of more gifts. But we're gonna start off with the gift giveaway on your show.
This is amazing. This is such a blessing, brother. And I'm so excited for this. I got to tell you something about One Blunt Radio. Okay. I have a friend. And when I first was starting off in this music industry, I had went on tour with High Power Entertainment. And basically, that's kind of like that basically is the number one Chicano rap label in the West Coast. So that's basically that was my bread and butter at the time, being able to go on tour with them, learn what I learned. But before that, when I was getting ready for all of this, and I was just starting off recording myself and doing different things and exploring too. I had a really good friend of mine, and he's like, "Man, I believe in your music. I believe in your music." And he told me, he said, he wrote down One Blunt Radio on a napkin and he handed it to me. And he said, "Send your music there." And he said, "Send it there, and and they'll play it." And then I was like,
Okay.
"What?" And I never did. I never did. I lost the paper, but I always remembered One Blunt Radio. The
Well,
moral of the
the
story
Amazon
is
still end up upping you.
the moral of the story is uh this is how deep this goes. My friend, he actually he was in a mental capacity struggle with his mind, his heart, his spirit, his soul, and he suffered and he ended up ultimately making some grave mistakes of his life,
Oh,
and he ended up, you know, unfortunately taking his own life at a young age. But
my
for me it's
condolences.
like I really support One Blunt Radio because that's what he used to listen to. And I
That's
feel like you
crazy.
needed to hear
That's what's
that.
up.
I feel like you really needed to hear that. How
Oh man,
deep
I
you
get man.
connect.
Oh wow,
You connect
that
so
blows me
deep
away.
within the
Like,
community, and you've been around for so long. You know, for so long, it's like we cannot just sit over here. I'm not going to be that young artist that comes forth and disrespects you. I'm not going to sit over here and act like, okay, I'm not going to give you your flowers. You deserve your flowers. You're going to get those flowers, and I'm going to give you your homage, and I'm going to say thank you for everything you've done out here, because that's how deep it goes. So before you even ever heard of me, you know, man, I
that's,
already knew who you were, you know, and
that's
that's why
crazy.
it's
That's
such
right there
a
gave me like goosebumps.
it's a deep, passionate interview, and it's like I want the people to hear it because, you know, being on MTV's True Life, you know, and just not even you just catching that exposure, but giving that exposure to Colorado overall.
But
I
I
mean,
thought a
like,
bunch of my homies
man,
on there. You know, so I
yes,
could have. They wanted it just to be me and my daughter, but I was like, nah. You
no,
got to
no.
pick my crew.
I feel
I
like
make sure
you
they
did it
play everybody
perfectly.
like that. You know.
Perfectly. You did it. You did it so amazingly. Uh, I love it. I loved it. I was watching it. I had to watch it a couple times over again. And I was just like, man, I love it. I love the whole feel. You see, you see the lion in you. You see that lion in you. Like, you were a little younger back then, man. But I'm like, you see that lion in you. And it's like,
You know
okay,
what's funny?
man.
You know what's funny as you say that? On my arm right here,
Mhm.
I have a lion with the mic. I have literally the whole suit is a lion with the mic right there.
Hey, I know hey, please tell me this. I know that there is a heavy Ethiopian culture out there in Aurora. Please tell me when they
Yeah.
don't see that lion, they're like, oh snap,
Oh, they
they
love
go
it.
ham.
Every time they see it, they love it. Because you got the red eyes with the mic there, the man
Yeah.
looking like he's roaring into the mic.
Yeah. Shouts out to all the Ethiopian culture out there in Aurora, Colorado. Uh they've always been strong out there. But yeah, nah, man, honestly, so let's go ahead and I'm gonna just go ahead and ask this question right now. What happened? How did you get involved with MTV? How did you end up premiering on their channel and definitely being able to tell your story?
Okay. Well, crazy. I have there's an older lady, Michelle LeMay, rest in peace. She just passed away a few months ago. And she's like an OG in the game. And some reason she found a liking into One Blood Radio. She tuned in all the time. So every year on my birthday, she sent us like cordless mics, Shure mics. She always sent me a gift. And when she'd be pushing something, she had the hip museum. So we would come through and support her. So she wrote a couple of screenplays for movies. So MTV, she knew a lot of TV execs. So MTV reached out to her because they knew she was in the weed game and was like, do you know anybody in Colorado that daughter doesn't like that they smoke a lot of weed? And she was like, well, I know a guy that runs a radio station and his daughter's not the fondest. So there's like, well, you think he'd talk to us? So she set up the interview. We did a Skype interview and there's like, we just want you to do what you do. Don't smoke as much weed as you do. Talk to us. And they're trying to see if I'd smoke myself to where I'd be incoherent and do a bad job. But they didn't realize that I'm really an activist. I really do this for a living. So I can consume a lot of chronic. So I must have did a bunch of dabs. I must have did a shotgun or two. I must have smoked some blunts, pulled some of my bongathon bongs out. I went in on them. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? And
Mm-hmm.
by the
Mm-hmm.
time we finished the interview, that's like, you're still talking the same. You still, like, we're high watching you get high, and you are just regular as you was when you started. And it's like, we'll call you back and see if you got it. But the guy kind of looked at me and was like, on the thing, is like, to be honest, nobody has smoked this much weed in our interviews. I'm pretty sure you got it, but I can't say that officially. And then 2 weeks later, they called and they was like, we're coming to Colorado. I was like, damn, that was easy. Smoke some weed, end up on the show. And
That
as
is
you see,
that is
that
is
lady didn't
amazing.
really smoke much weed. She wasn't a big weed smoker. She had a little Bob Marley she got talking to. When you see our scenes, there was some real weed smoking going down.
You're basically let's be honest. Let's tell the world. Let's be honest right now. You are like the mix between Snoop Dogg and Bob Marley out here in Colorado. Like you are that man. You are the Method Man and Red Man of Colorado right here. There is no out smoking you. Like you've been doing this for so long. You always show up with the gas. I haven't quite frankly gotten those opportunities to hang out with you and kick it with you. But come on, we know a lot of the same people,
A
and
lot of the same people.
they let me know. They let me know. They're like, Dr. TB Kush, he lives up to his crown. He lives up to his name. And shouts out to you, brother.
I mean, throwing an event kind of Olympics, that alone, to host that event, that's a 12-hour event. Like, that's not like a regular night at the club. Can Olympics is like literally like, I'm pretty sure Alex told you about Bargathon.
Yeah, he actually told me. He said there was how many people there?
But with Bargathon, you have hundreds of people, like really 3,000-4,000 people in the woods. And it's the fastest quarter. You know what I'm saying? You got to smoke 7 grams the fastest. You got the ounce hookah. You got the point 10 dab off. You got the relays. Like it's just different weed smoking stuff. So when we came up with our event, Can Olympics, and being that I'm like the first hip hop to ever rock Bongathon. All they had was like bluegrass and rock. The Here I Come 2010 with this weed music, but it's hip hop. And I'm going ham out there and I became a mainstay. So I didn't want to throw a weed event that mimicked their event. So we went and took bar games, like beer pong, like different bar games, like the Dagwood Derbies, the soapbox races, and flipped them into smoking games. They came with Can Olympics. So that's kind of what they featured on MTV was Can Olympics. When they came out, that's the event they was at was Can Olympics, where it was events from noon to midnight. You have to be able to smoke for 12 hours as a host and still be coherent at midnight to give these prizes away. So everybody comes to the event, they try to wreck you. Everybody's trying to hand you something. Try this, try this, try this. You have to, surgically work your way through there to make sure no one gets to wreck you because you can't let them see that. So I became very good at not being wrecked. I had a 36-foot RV wrapped. I had the first wrapped vehicle that was at High Times and Champs and the Marijuana Business Show. And when they be in the convention center, they come out on my bus to smoke because there was nowhere to smoke. And if you got caught smoking outside, they give you a ticket. So we would park our big ass RV outside the convention center. And as the people with booths come out, they just come sit on the bus for a minute, smoke a couple blunts, do a dab or two or three, and then go back into the convention center. That's what plugged me into the industry. I started meeting all the owners.
So you weren't just messing around with the small local acts. You actually went after the dragon. You actually went after the man. So definitely you weren't playing on the same rules as others. You were actually elevated at a different pace, and that right there is.
I made them cut some checks.
Honestly, that's my language. I love that language right there. It's like you talk about love language this, love language that. Man, when you talk about a check.
You know what I'm saying? So, like, this weed business, this industry, without owning a dispensary, without none of that, I've been blessed to make a decent amount of money just being me, like making me the brand. You know what I'm saying? I mean, from that, of course, I did the clothing and all kind of other stuff, but just turning myself into the brand.
Is that your brand right there?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I don't wear nobody else. I don't wear nobody else.
Okay. And we're and definitely. Oh yeah, we're gonna be posting those links in the comment bar. So definitely, everybody tap in. Look through those comments right now, and definitely you will see the links to his websites right there. Go ahead and hit them up. Get your clothing apparel right there. Go ahead and contact him.
Hey, what's funny? Almost every show I do, one way or another, somebody will order off my phone right there, off of just because when I'm wearing something.
Amazing. And see, that's guerrilla marketing. That's guerrilla marketing at its finest. You're right there. You're putting in the ground game. You're putting in the footwork. You're showing up. You're giving them the appearance. You're giving them the vibe, the feeling. Man, here, if I had a hat, I would just throw it off and walk away right now. I would like somebody needs to understand what is going on right now, because this is the perfect example, and we're going to go ahead and say it. I don't know where this man stands. I haven't seen the documentaries fully, but Vince McMahon, he is the king of promotion. No matter how people look at it, what they look at it like, no matter what it is, he is the king of promotion. He had started from ground zero all the way to something so immaculate. So why would we sit over here? Why would we look at the Kisses? Why would we look at the Ozzy Osbournes? Why would we look at the Eminems and the famous artists like this? Like, why would we look at all of them, right? and just be so blind to this. Like
Right.
everything has to have that entertainment aspect. And if it doesn't, it won't sell. So it's like we need to go after entertainment. And that's exactly what Dr. DB Kush has provided. When you
And you know
got
what's
that
funny?
interview,
I've been watching that McMahon documentary. That dude, he was a beast. Like it was just amazing the marketing with no really knowledge of marketing. He just knew certain things he felt he wanted to do, and that's what like you got to trust yourself. Sometimes it might not be the conventional way to approach it, but it might be the conventional way for you to approach it.
yeah. Yeah. And man, it's like you gotta be with the steel chair, hit him with the elbow type stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Hey,
You
I'm a big
gotta do
wrestling
it.
fan, so you got me. I'm a big wrestling fan.
Yeah, no, definitely. Well, we're gonna have to go to one of those matches when they come out. And you know me,
Oh,
definitely,
you got to let me know.
definitely.
I
I
got
don't
to tell
know.
you, I go to
Yeah,
all the matches.
that's basically probably what me and you can probably have to do. We're gonna have to either go to a game, a hockey match, or we're gonna go catch a wrestling match when they come out here. But that's how me and you are gonna meet. You know what I'm saying? And we're gonna
Hey,
vlog that. We're gonna do the whole experience, man. And
and
we're gonna,
literally, I go to all the wrestling matches that come.
yeah,
I never miss wrestling.
it is. And I know they, I know they're like a lot of people like, hey, I'm not watching wrestling because it's fake. Hey, it is. But you know what? You know why I'm watching it? Not because it's fake and not because I think it's real. But hey, it's really entertaining. That's why I want to see somebody go through a table or go through a glass door. You know, I want to see.
Look at it. Ladies watch Young and the Restless, All My Children. This is a man's soap opera,
We should
and I love it.
we should just
I mean,
go
pretty
ahead and
much
get
that's
all
what
the
it is.
rap
You
artists
got
from
storylines, you got the bloodline, you got the the damage people, all them. Like it's storylines. It's like a soap opera. I'm not
that's what
looking to go home and be like, oh my god, that was so real. No, I had a great night.
that's what I was thinking in my head. I was like, if we could get all the artists from Colorado, you know, everybody that's beef and all that, and just get everybody together and just literally just make them get in the ring, okay? Like we started off on the mic, let's go to the ring now. You know, like man,
Man,
people would pay for that. People would pay top tier. They'd be like, man, I want to see some crazy stuff. And it's not even about the ring; it's just about entertaining. You know, we all need to elevate and go up a notch. And it's like, it sounds like from the '90s, it's been like you just been going up notch by notch by notch by notch. You've been growing. You've been exploring different states, different cities. Come on, man.
you got
And
you
I'm
got
gonna
you got to
say,
perform in front of people that don't know you. You get a true gauge of what you do. You can't be at the club with your cousin and your friends. You have to go to a place where nobody knows you. And when you start rocking places like that, you start seeing where you need to go, what you need to do, what you need to take out. Like you got to get out of your comfortable place. So I like to be uncomfortable. I don't give a fuck. I'm an only kid. You get what I'm saying? I've
yeah.
always been uncomfortable.
He's like, I ain't had no exit path. He's like,
You know, I
you
couldn't
try.
call my cousin. I couldn't go get my big brother. It was just me.
He's like, I'm gonna whoop your ass myself. He said,
Hey, I've had
he's
to
like,
fight the big brother, the middle brother, and the little brother. Cause I couldn't go get nobody.
how was uh how was it growing up in your era, in your time frame, uh, gang violence? You know, like I want to
Uh,
say, what was it like? How was the environment then? Like, did you
but for
have to
Denver,
participate
you
in
have to
stuff
look
like
at it.
that, or did you?
You have to look at it in Denver. Like for me, it started like by the ninth grade, 10th grade, we started seeing the effects. And it wasn't like Bloods and Crips yet. It was like the BOYZs. It was like the East Side. It was like the MOs in Montbello. It was like the GOLs. Like it was smaller hoods, but it was your neighborhood. And for me, it wasn't as good as it could be because I didn't want to join the gang. So with all the people that played basketball and football with me, all started turning into be gang members, and quite a few of them knew that I was trained by a Golden Glove boxer. They knew I had a decent bit of hands, so they wanted to basically because I wouldn't join. They tried to force me to join. So instead of not joining, I ended up fighting everyone in my neighborhood. Go figure. And standing on my 10 toes, which, as you bring that up ironically, that I have a documentary that's gonna be coming out and telling that story about teenagers because it's like I understand the young youth that went through bullying. And I've seen the ways that bullying works in two facets. For me, I was very strong. I didn't have a daddy in my house, but I had a strong mother and grandmother. They both from the South, and they taught me how not to be no punk. So I fought over 100 times as a teenager compared to seeing people when they get bullied and they commit suicide and harm themselves, they start cutting because they can't deal with the pressure of what's going on in the neighborhood and they don't know how to explain that to their parents. Well, I didn't know how to explain it either, but one thing I did know what to do is fight back. I was not going to let them bully me. So I had to go through the dynamic of going so far that by the time I graduated high school, I ended up shooting up a parking lot. And because of my grades and my grade point average, I was one of the last kind of people that got that either go to the army or go to jail. And I took to go to the army route, which saved my life because I've never been in that type of trouble ever again. You know what I'm saying? I don't have no felonies. I can carry my pistol. Like I have a concealed carry, that type of stuff. Because for me, the army worked. But like now, they don't have these options for kids now. It's either you got in trouble, you go to jail. I was in that era where I was a 4.2 student. I helped special needs kids. I did tutoring. I did a lot of positive things. I just was fighting back against the resistance because I didn't believe in nobody telling me what to do. I had to make my own decisions. So I couldn't be in the gang because ain't nobody gonna be able to tell me go beat Billy up. I don't have no problem with Billy. You know, and growing up in the dynamic of that, a lot of people in their neighborhoods don't understand how to be headstrong and how to survive it because a lot of people wasn't blessed like being trained by a Golden Glove boxer at a very young age. So they
Yeah.
didn't have one. So I can understand where they wasn't comfortable enough to fight back.
Yeah. It is really really sad. You know, the environment will break you. Uh, you know, growing up in the city of Aurora, you know, I had to participate in so much fighting, and it's beyond your average. You know, it really is, and they'll get you, they'll attack you. You know,
Yeah.
they prey upon people like this, and I think what you're doing is a beautiful thing, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, coming from the background that I come from, I'm in full support of you, man. I'm in full support of what you're doing and what you're aiming for because I'm out here. I have a lot of youth that looks up to me, man. I got a lot of little homies, you know, and I just want to direct them and I want to put them on point, you know. I don't want them to be out here struggling in this, you know, and thinking that this
Right.
is the way to struggle, you know. Like, I want them to be creative and spontaneous. I want them to be freaking amazing people because, like, you know, that's what it is. It's like when beauty is bled into it, you know what I'm saying? It's like, man, there's so much that you could be, and it's like I want them
Yeah.
to take this and understand, like, man, if you're listening to Dr. DB Kush right now, everybody out there, I'm telling you, you're not alone. You're not alone. Like this is coming from an OG from the Mile High, you know, and definitely I know he's not gang related like that, but I'm telling you, OG hasn't, you know, he's original at this. He's an
Well,
original. He has seen it from the ground up. He has seen it.
I've been on both sides of it. You know what I'm saying? Because
Yeah.
coming back from the military, I did end up getting involved a little bit,
Oh,
but
okay.
it was a Denver-based organization, and the blessing of that was I was still like a solo person, even though I was in Dog Posse. I was a solo person. And from being those years in Dog Posse, it made me take the group Hilltop Click a different direction. Because now, instead of me being a vice that leads a person into doing crazy stuff and shooting stuff up, I got a bunch of people that I look back now and they're artists, so they're doing different things in the industry. But they started with me just writing down their stories instead of going out there and doing their stories. So I became a person that went and got involved in the gang life, and then I started pulling people out of the gang and showing them a better way. You don't have to sit at the block. You don't have to be at the trap house. You don't have to. If you're that creative enough to do that, you can run a business because you're running a business. To sell drugs is a business. So if you don't understand that part, you are already running a business. Take that energy from that business and now run a legitimate business.
I'm gonna give you this platform right now. I want you to completely chop them up right now. I'm gonna step over, take a dab real quick, but I want you. I'm just gonna listen, and I want everybody out there just to listen because what you're about to do is dissect something. So here we go, man. Give it to us.
All right. So while he's doing that, I'm just gonna break some stuff down. First and foremost, we are relaunching on Roku, Blunt TV. Also, check out my website, drdbkush.com. As I say that, if you're an artist and you don't have a website by your name, that's probably one of the first things you need to do because that's real estate. Even though it's the internet, it is real estate. And if you don't own your own real estate, if you don't own your own block, then if I type your name in, Google it because me as a fan, I don't know these things, so I want to Google you. Your name leads me to someone else. Then I stop looking and I start looking for somebody else. Just think of that in the back end. Secondly, if you are out here and you are trapping and doing music, but you don't have your own studio, you don't have your own stuff, but when you're trapping, you're in the mall and you're staying fresh to death. You got the new J's on each week. Ask yourself a question. If you really do this music, won't you cut back on a couple pair of those J's and start getting your own studio together to where when you go to the bigger studio, you have already laid the song out, you know how you want to go, and you're not in there playing with your money. Because time is money, that's for real. Now, with these music, don't just do the music without the videos. Because your videos are the movie to the song. If you notice on most artists' albums, the songs that have the most views are the songs that have a video with them. You can go look at people's albums. You can test my theory. The songs, usually the highest numbers are the ones with music videos. And even if it's not you just jumping around, if you got a lyric video, if you got an album cover video, do something extra. Don't drop your album and post it once and then never post it back and then wonder why you don't got no views. You gotta keep doing it and keep doing it. Like, think about it like this. If you was a pimp, you send your hoe out every day to get money. If you don't send your hoe out, you don't get money. Well, I have a different theory. I'm a pimp, but I'm also a hoe. And I'm the best hoe I know because I pimped the shit out of me. Real talk. Real talk. I'm my best hoe. Because I put the shit, I'm on the block over me. You know, and a lot of people don't realize that. A lot of people, they get in this music game and they want everyone around them to push them, but they don't push them. Well, how can I push you if you don't push you? That's why I got to be the best hoe I know. So everywhere I go, I created the visual of anywhere I go, I want to be recognized. And I didn't want to be recognized because I hang out downtown. Matter of fact, I never hang out downtown. I don't go to the downtown clubs. Too slow. I don't run anymore. And now they're doing the shooting. Okay, you know what I'm saying? So I have to find a different way to market downtown. That's why I market through the DJs. I have no problem putting a couple dollars in the DJ's hand that I know is rocking a big club that's going to put me in rotation. It's as good as me doing the advertising. I don't give a damn. They say you shouldn't have to pay the DJ. I don't give a fuck if that's what he's asking. But if he's going to put me in rotation in the biggest club downtown, that means I got a whole club of people that's going to start vibing with me. It's worth the money to me. You're advertising. It is so cheap to advertise right now. If you're not advertising yourself, it is amazingly wrong. They have the Blip board. You can put $10 up and be on a billboard. There's no way in hell you can't tell me you can't afford to advertise on Blip. I'll give you an example. You remember when the Nuggets was in the finals against Miami?
Yeah.
I had Blip boards with my song Let's Go, Denver Nuggets, my website, and it was right to an exit away from the arena in Miami. And then when I was in Denver, I was on both sides on the highway 58 and on this side of the highway leading into Ball Arena. It cost me $30 a day. 20 for Denver, 10 for Miami. For that week and a half of the playoffs, I maximized Miami and Colorado. Within 2 months, when I saw the demographics, I saw Miami was the second largest number of listeners. So I knew my marketing worked.
Amazing.
I paid $10 a day for that. But it was on a billboard. It made me look really good. That's what these artists, they look and they think it costs a lot to do this stuff. You can be very strategic. For $50, you can be on that same billboard and be on Times Square in New York. Like, this shit is easy in the science, but it takes work. You have to believe, if you don't believe in yourself, ain't nobody else gonna believe in you. But if you believe in yourself, you invest in you. Like Pistol said earlier, he spent thousands and hundreds of thousands on his craft. That's because he cares about what he's doing. If you don't care about what you're doing, you don't invest in you. I invest in me wholeheartedly.
I'll go ahead and kind of
because I wear my own shit, because not only did I design it, I made sure I ordered some of everything so that I could be wearing a walking model, which makes other people buy.
Yeah.
Because they might see the hoodie on my phone, be like, oh, that's cool. But when you see me rocking it,
they're like, I want one.
You feel like when you get to feel the quality, oh yeah. You get to see the design, the stretch, you're like, oh, okay. Now you want one. You see the hat, you see the quality, you see the stitching. It's real because you see it on me. That's why people buy when they see me. That's what, you have to invest in you so you can get the best of you.
Yeah, you have to. It's kind of like, how are you gonna show up with no gas? How are you gonna go there with no gas? It's like, you gotta really fill up your tank and drive. You know.
Hell yeah. And think about it. When I had that big ass RV, that was gas. We was coming to the Springs like every other weekend doing shows in that big ass RV. Oh, we was making bread. But the effect that it left, money couldn't buy that.
Yeah.
When we pulled up in the Springs and they could get on that bus and get high with me, it's people all over this country. They're coming, you know one thing that you remember? The day they got on the bus and I dabbed them out.
Probably
The
gave
day
him,
they got on the
probably
bus and
gave
we
him
had the
some
big
patties.
ounce blunt going around. That's the type of stuff people remember. That's why I try to leave a mark. Like I told you, Pistol, I try to leave a mark one way or another where I try to make it where you'll look back 10 years later and if you don't remember nothing, you remember my beard and something about weed.
Yep. Yeah, no. I get it. It's like these are distinctifying things. It's like as an artist to an artist, like I get it and I love it. You know, and I'm glad that other people are able to hear this right now because like man, this is what this channel's for. We're here to spotlight great artists, you know, the super righteous, man, you know what I'm saying? The most righteous artists out there worldwide, local, you know, city to city, statewide, it don't matter, state to state. Let's get it going, man, and you just killed it
Yeah,
right now. You came through, you put us on point. You know what I'm saying? People got to really get a good familiarity of you. And I'm like, man, I'm just kind of stumbling for words. I'm shocked right now. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, Diego, what's up, Diego? Where's Diego?
man.
Where's
I want to throw
Diego?
it out there. There's any artists that want to collab on a tour or something around this own little areas. I'm open to go anywhere on the road. I got this new projects coming up. I'm just an open book, man. I'm ready to do whatever any expertise I can throw to the hustle. Hit me up. I would help them get advertisers and make it easier. Holla at your boy. I'm definitely out. I'm out on the streets. As they say, I'm for the streets. I'm out here on these streets this year, all over, like all over. And just for throwing it out there, you know, I've got that smoking kush under the covers, and I'm coming with the live band. So we're gonna bring that live band, and you're gonna get the whole hour of covers, and then the second hour is gonna be the hip hop version. So we can bring that smoking kush under the covers tour. And I'm looking to go anywhere: Arizona, California, Texas. You know, me and Texas,
Arizona,
me and
California.
Texas, we got two
You know
peas in the
what's up?
pod. You know what I'm
Putting
saying?
up on you. Uh,
Yeah.
you know what
So
time
I'm
it is?
definitely trying to get out there, and I know y'all got some
2025.
people out there. Y'all
25.
know that's right. Make me feel some type of way. I need to join the party. Shit.
Woo-wee. Let me go ahead. I'm gonna say I gotta tell you something. DB Kush, I'm actually been a good guy lately because I don't know what it was. I used to drink so much alcohol. I used to just have fun. And then one day I'm a single father. You know, I raised my kids myself all alone. And definitely sometimes it's a struggle, sometimes it's hard
Oh,
and
amen.
I had to make the best choice for them. And that was to kind of just grab that alcohol and throw it in the trash can and never look back. And then basically, but hey, while you do that, I sip the water. You know what I'm saying? And
Hey,
we do that like
but
that.
no, all love. You know, I got 5 kids, 17 grandbabies, baby. I was like you. I would have one kid rocking them, the other kid 2, 3 years old walking around, and we up in them studios trying
You
to get
ate
that
too much
music
peanut
out.
butter. You was eating too much
Yeah.
peanut butter back in that day. You was like boom, 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 boom. He
Oh
said, but no,
man.
but it's beautiful. Like 17 grandkids. This is what somebody told me. I had met this OG, and he was from a different sector. He's from a different section than me, but he had looked at me in the face, and it was my first time meeting uh an OG from this sector. You know, I'm like, wait a minute, like, do I bang on him? What do I do? Like, so I kept it solid, 10 toes to the ground, and you know, it was a respect thing. But he had told me he looked at me in the face, very serious. And he's like, hey, you know what's really gangster? You know what a real gangster is? And I was like, what? And he said, when you see your babies have babies, when you see
Amen.
that,
Amen.
that's when you're an OG. So that's why I can call you OG. You know what I'm saying? Because really what it is a lot of people get it twisted, man. Like OG isn't like, oh snaps, this is a set tripping, cap popping, oh shit, you know what I'm saying? Gat dropping person. Like, nah, man. An OG is
Well,
something
most of
original.
those people they call OGs aren't OGs, and they end up being followers their whole life.
And that's why I'm saying like OG is for original. You know, you got to be original. And what you have created out here is something so original, man. It's so unique. Like I just I hope the youth can really appreciate the impression that you have left because man, I do. I do to the fullest. I do, you know, and you know what I'm saying? There is a little bit of a generational gap right here between us, but I
But you know what's so
respect it.
different though? Is because I've worked with everybody through all these generations. I still feel part of y'all generation. Like I don't feel like I'm an older hip hopper and I gotta reintroduce because like even me and Adex when we be going through some of the old music and it be like, damn, you used to rap so fast and now you have such a slow and melodic. Every now and then you speed up, but you like total opposite of like I've been blessed enough to stay with the times. And I always told myself if I start sounding old, I'd probably stop rapping because I feel like
Well, you don't. You definitely do not sound of any type of that nature. Your stuff. It sounds like, and it's funny that you said anything about colleges, because I get it now. Now I get it. You are a marketing madman. Like he made some music that would get those college boys pumped up.
I try to.
Diabolical. He said, "Forget the sales right here down the street. I'm going over here. I'll be back, guys."
I'm trying to get this whole blocked area. You know, because
I hope Annex doesn't hate me when I say this, but he told me that you're the ringmaster. He said you are the one. You are the one. Okay, you are the one. And I gotta say, brother, for everybody out there, you know, and people saw what I was trying to do last year, the year before, and we had it positioned perfectly. Things happen though, and it's all love and respect. But things happen, but it's like they see what's going on. And what you guys have going on, I respect that because we're supposed to go in there, right? And we're supposed to
yeah,
go in there like it's a circus. We're supposed to go in there like it's a WWF match, and we're the manager. We're coming out, pumping up our talent, pumping them up, you know, and
yeah.
that's all it is. Is we're hype men. We're here to hype it all up to the point that you're all the way up here, and we don't got to carry you back down. We just walk the fuck out, walk off. There you go. You guys have a good night. You know,
You
it's
know, good
called
time.
entertainment.
Yes.
And maybe that's what's going on here is that a lot of people, and correct me if I say this wrong, but a lot of people are afraid to be entertaining because they get it confused with goofy. And what it is that
So, you're so right.
entertaining is like we, it's safe to say we take it as sport. Sports
Yeah.
entertainment. You know what I'm saying? So maybe that's why it's kind of hard sometimes, you know, because I know
It's like
that the
dinner.
industry is so large out here and we could be working with so many different people, but it's only a handful of people that we really work with on a daily.
Like if you look at it, like I look at it like a mad scientist. I ain't gonna lie. Like I see certain shows and I start thinking demographics. Who's gonna probably be there? Which type of music should I put to it? How do I want to like? Then I'm like, okay, this is Bakathon. Okay, I got a bunch of hillbilly white people. They want to be two step, and I want to go more this way. Okay, you know, I look at every show like a coach or a team prepares for the game. I'm gonna look at the film. I'm gonna look at older shows if they have an older show from back in the day, or if this promoted those shows. I'm gonna go look at his page and see what type of shows he's throwing, so I can get an idea of what type of crowd he's gonna bring. Like I want to be prepared to the bottom. I want to make sure my music is fitting the crowd that he has.
You are the Deion Sanders of our industry out here. What's up, man? I like that. I like that a lot, man. Getting W's, getting W's. So when is your next project gonna drop? When is your next
Uh,
album or EP,
well, the
mixtape? It could be
exclusive one of
any.
the covers is gonna drop February 7th, and that's gonna be a 14 song cover album, all covers. Like Teddy Swims. Like I'm actually doing some songs that nobody's expected. Like Teddy Swims, like the Tipsy. Everybody in the club getting the bar getting tipsy, like Miley Cyrus. Like I'm doing some crazy shit that I never ever would have done. A little bit of blues. I got 3 original blues songs coming out. They're original. But then 420, I'm dropping basically a remastered all KUSH weed songs. Songs that been on like mixtape music. We're pulling off and putting on original tracks. Different collabs on some of them. Couple more new songs that ain't been released yet for the weed genre. And yeah, so February 7th and then the second week of April, both of those will be album releases.
Amazing, amazing. And where can they where will it be streaming?
Well, the rap album is gonna be under Rock Nation. And the KUSH Up Under the Covers is gonna be under Distro Kid.
Okay. Diabolical. Diabolical. I don't want to say it, but I kind of want to say you're an evil man for that one. He's like, I'm gonna get a bag. He's like, I am gonna get a bag. He's like, let me just sprinkle over here, sprinkle over here. Like, you know, that's but it is what it is. It's like you gotta put in that work. And I can see that you've been putting in that work. You've been relentless, you know. I guess I just want to ask you this. What was your biggest traumatic instance that affected you the most, that brought you to this point where you want this greatness that you're after, you know?
You know, honestly, it wasn't that traumatic. It was my grandmother. See, my grandmother, she moved to Colorado. It's her and her daughter. And this is the 60s when coming from Texas was already racial enough. To come here to be in another racial situation that's even kind of worse because it's not the South, so it's a little more less understanding. And her teaching me activism as a young age, her teaching me to fight for what I believed in, her teaching me that if I want it, you got to go get it. And her teaching me that I may not never come running home. Fight your damn battle. And if you come running home, I'm going to beat your ass and take you back out there to fight. You know, I had the type of house that if you was mad at me, Pistols, you could come knock at my door, tell my mom, hey, Freddie's tripping. I want to fight. She's going to come to the steps, tell me put my shoes on, come upstairs, and I had to fight in that front yard. So what it made of me was a fighter. It taught me just growing up as a kid all the way up is to fight. So everything I've ever done, I believe that I have to fight for what I wanted about it. If I wanted to get known, I had to fight. You had to realize when we started with Hilltop Click, it wasn't no internet. So when we had shows, we would print up 50, 100 flyers and say you booked me. And you booked me at the Gothic, right? The Gothic was Saturday night. We'd hit the Gothic on Thursday. And we'd hit 10 blocks each way of the Gothic with our flyers. When you came to your show, it would look like it was our show. Because there was so many flyers lined up. And we would do that to every show. Like we backpacked because I started touring in Texas first. And that's where I saw all these young dudes with backpacks and their music. So we started backpacking. We started pushing thousands out the backpack and out the trunk. So I learned how to get it from the mud, from the music industry, from the very beginning. Now that we have the internet and all that, it's like relearning different approaches. But the hunger and the pure, unequivocal, no quit has always been there. So I've always found a way that I'm going to keep my face in front of something.
Diabolical, man. You basically you learned from the ground up. There was no holding you back. You came out here and you just lit it on fire. You lit it on fire. You've been doing this. You've been doing it for years. You know, I want to go ahead and give a shout out to One Underground TV, Pothead Productions, Spilled Records, Cali Hood Media. Frank, we see you, Frank. We Frank. Yes. No, definitely shouts out to Frank out there. He's putting it
Shout
down.
out
You
to
know what I'm
Frank,
saying?
goddammit. We see you.
Six Deuce, Six Deuce, the founder. So definitely give a big old shout outs to everybody out here right now, everybody that tuned in tonight, everybody that took a second to really touch base, with
Yeah.
Colorado's most famous black man. We got to go ahead and put that out there, brother, man. We got to.
I swear
You
I
got to
said that.
get your flowers. You got to get your flowers.
I
This
told you
this
said that on the
gentleman.
TV too. I said the most famous black man in Colorado.
Hey, and you didn't think that hey, that should show you that I was
Yeah,
watching
no,
some
I
things.
know.
And I had to search around. So,
Yeah, no,
but
that was dope.
I appreciate everything. I appreciate it. I hope we all get to work together in the future because honestly,
Yeah,
I have the Galactic Stoners event. It's something that I'm doing annually out here in Colorado. We just did it in Southern Colorado. We're looking to go to Northern Colorado and the Greeley area, Fort Collins area. It's still tossed up. We got to see which one pulls at a heavier pool, but it's going to be in April. It's going to be around 420. And we're hoping that we can go find some place we can call home that night. And we would love to have you and your
I
team
would
come
love to
out,
be there.
show love. Come out with your bongs, come out with your blunts, come out with your sacks, come out with anything that you want. Some t-shirts, just come light it up. But we're gonna get the crowd going and we're gonna be giving them something. Denver, Colorado always has something going on.
Yes.
420. It's a promise every year. But what I'm
And I'm like,
providing
dang,
is I'm
I said, if
providing
I'm in the
something.
building, I got to get.
Oh, yes. No, but what I'm providing is I'm providing a platform for people so they don't have to travel so far. And in
Yeah,
return, I'm open for any Denver artist. And let me know, any Denver metro area artists, hit me up. David Pistols, what's up? You know what it is. Catch me, David_Pistols at Instagram. Contact me today personally. Hit me up. We're looking to work. If you want to get on a showcase next to Dr. DB Kush, contact him at his website in the comments. Contact me at my Instagram. I can plug you if you would like, but definitely it's always better if you hit him up personally. Chop it up with him personally. If you are interested in taking your craft to a whole completely different capacity than what it's at right now, this is the man to sit down with and blueprint with.
hey, I'm
If
always
you
open.
don't
Everybody
know,
knows in the city. I'm
then you
always
haven't
open.
been watching this interview. I'm telling you, if you don't know, then you haven't been watching this interview. But this is
Already.
where it's at. We got game, we got love, we got to hear it. But I'm going to tell you the truth. I'm a little saddened. I feel like we're really going to have to do another one of these, but another
Yes.
part.
I told you I want to give a trip away.
Let's do that. Oh, definitely. We're going to do that on your segment. But I have another round I want to do with you. So we got to plan that one out. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying?
Yep.
Because I
I
definitely
got a lot
know
of
that
music.
there's
I got a lot of info, so I'm with it.
yeah, no, that's what we got to do is we got to absorb. We got to really sit down, pay attention, and absorb sometimes, and
Yeah.
it's the hardest thing to do because people are like, man, I don't want to sit down. I don't want to pay attention. But guess what? Here at SR Broadcast, we are a broadcast station. We are a channel. We are an entity that gives you something so great that basically this isn't meant for the moment, even. This is meant for after the moment. This is meant for
Yeah.
beyond the moment. So basically, when you're traveling to work, when you're driving to work, when you're driving home from work, when you're stuck at work and you're waiting for a load to come in, or you're waiting for something, or you're sitting over there and you're that person at Walmart and you're going out to get the buggies, but you get to listen to your headphones in the parking lot while you're out there getting the buggies, or you're sneaking doing it. Guess what? I want SR broadcast in your ear, and I want you guys to be entertained by what's in your ear. You know, this isn't about what's in your face or what you see. This is about what you hear. This is great content and great morals being bled into this industry. Thank you so much, Dr. DB Kush. You
Yes,
have
hey. Maybe y'all
immaculated our mind.
SR Broadcasting? Is SR Broadcasting?
Yes, it's the Super Righteous Broadcast channel.
All right, let me give you a quick plug. Hey, this is Dr. DB Kush. Y'all been tuned into the Super Righteous Broadcast. If you ain't tuned in with them, you wrong. Because you know my motto. You know my motto. You know my motto. My bad, your fault if you ain't listening to this good content.
You know what season it is, baby. Tap in or tap the fuck out. We is right here. So hit them up. Contact us today. We're out of here, baby. We're out of here.
SOS. Smoke one, son.
Hey, I'm gonna smoke one. Let me ask you this: do you have any instrumentals or any content you could spit for us as we head out?
Ooh, I don't either. Look, the one time I'm not prepared. Go.
Oh, you're amazing! You're amazing, man. But how about this? Are you smoking right now?
Yes.
Well, we might as well. Let me go ahead and kick this little beat off real quick. We're gonna close out, but we might as well smoke out as we close out. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause that's how we do it in the city of the slums. Hey.
One love, everybody.
Hey, if you can do me a favor, brother man, tap that screen right there. Tap where it says chat and go to the comments, okay? And scroll up. Can you give each and every one of those people in the comment bar some love?
Yep. Yep. I got you. Ooh, shit. All right.
Here we go. Here we go. What's up? What's up, Sonny? We see you, Sonny. What's up, E17? I see you in the house. What's up? What's up? That package. You know them Colorado pancakes. We stay flipping them. Let's get it going, everybody out there. Shouts out to you. What's up, Diego? Diego, where is Diego? We see you, Diego. You know what it is. What's up, Jackham? Yeah. Perfect timing. What's up? What's up? Let's click up. Let's link up, baby. Yeah. Diego, Diego, Diego. Shouts out Six Deuce, the founder, the one. You know what time it is. Shouts out to Southeast Los Angeles, California, baby. You know what's up. Shouts out to San Diego, Wyoming. We see you. Utah, turn it up. You know what time it is. We right here in the mix. West, good. Shouts out to New West Management. You know what time it is. Yee! Six dose. Cut it.